Hello, one and all, and welcome to a perfect episode of the Brewing Labs. Now, for this episode, we're just pretty much playing our variation of Simic with a little splash of white, pretty much Bant Cat Tribal. So, the way we're doing this is we're running one of our main highlight cards, which is Eska's Chariot. Housemates cats, and anytime when the chariot attacks, it makes it pretty much can create a copy of any token you like. We have a lot of token creators in the deck, as well as a lot of cats, so we're going to create a lot of copies. We also have Reflections of Lajar in here to help us create copies, pretty much token copies, also as well as Orvar in here to create tokens, as well as Mythos of Aluna to help us create tokens. Now, we do need a lot of cats, and we got a lot of cats. Kind of. So we have Blizzard Brawl, as well as Primal Might, as well as Inscription Abundance in the deck to help us fight off problematic creatures. We have Chainrain Arachneer, mostly to help us against the Rogue matchup, plus also, cats like to play with spiders, so why not? We throw Essence Scatter in here, mostly to help us counter against early game creature spells that are problematic against our deck design. We're also running Guardian Gladewalker in the deck, just a great cat that becomes a bigger cat, or makes any of our cats bigger. We're running Mass Vandal, just a great cat that helps us essentially exile a problematic artifact or enchantment if a creature card's in our graveyard. We're running Frostlinks, just a nice freeze, essentially tap cat, which is nice. Then we have a Glasspool Mimic that can become a copy of any cat. Then we have Cultivate in here to help us ramp. We're also running Feline Sovereign as our main cat lord. Pretty much gives all of our cats pretty much a big bonus, as well that if any of our cats deal damage to the opponent, it destroys a target artifact or enchantment that player controls. Very nice. We're also running a few Realm Walkers in the deck, just mostly because it's a fun cat that once we name cat, it helps us draw into more cats. Bears of Litjar, yet again, more cats, makes our cats bigger, and then allows us to fight with our cats. And that is the deck, other than the land base, which, as you can tell with Blizzard Brawl, as well as Faceless Haven in the deck, we are running a little bit of a snow mana base. We're running 1 snow-covered plains, 4 snow-covered islands, 6 snow-covered forests, as well as 2 Hinge Gate pathways, 2 Branch Loft pathways, as well as 3 Bark Channel pathways, as well as 2 World Tree, mostly to help us splash for the quote-unquote red in the deck if we want to ever fight with the Mythos of Aluna spell. So that's pretty much the deck. We also throw in 1 Felidar Sovereign since, it's kind of very flavorful for the Cat Tribal deck to have a way to make cat tokens as well as make our cats bigger. Makes perfect sense. I'm almost debating about running 2 of them in the deck because it's pretty good. As for our sideboard, it's pretty simple what our sideboard does. Snakey and Veil helps us against pretty much give us hexproof to our creatures. Frogify mostly helps us to essentially neutralize any problematic creatures. Negate help neutralize any problematic non-creature spells. Heroic Intervention protect our board. Cosima, God of the Voyage. Mostly she's fishing around, probably doing the voyaging and such, and cat-like fish, but mostly this is in here as a card draw engine. Same thing with Toski Bearer of Secrets. Mostly this is going to be sideboard in the control matchup, as well as Coma, Cosmos Serpent, as well as Shark Typhoon. And that is the deck. So, we're going to try a little bit of it. We're going to first try it in Best of 1, just to see how it plays, and then we're going to give it a shot in Best of 2, see what happens. So, let's give it a shot, shall we? Let's make some cats. Okay, so this one's an interesting one because we do have a turn 2 play. We kind of were wishing for an island to help us against with this Essence Scatter, but I think it's a keepable hand. Mostly just because if they play like an early game aggro creature, plus they're playing Yorion, so I don't expect much early game creatures with their deck, so. But we'll see. Duress, probably take out the Essence Scatter, maybe? Probably. They could also take out the Felidar Retreat. It'll be interesting. Okay, they decided to take out the Felidar Retreat. Makes perfect sense since they're probably a control deck of some sort, so they probably don't want us to have the value of the Felidar Retreat. This is probably the Sultia Ultimatum variation of Yorion. Very popular list at the moment. Actually a pretty cool deck. So, let's see what they get here. We're not drawing into any of our lands, which might be a problem. Okay. Okay, we might just get Magic the Gathering here. That's the worst. But what do they take out, is the question. I would personally take out the Realm Walker to prevent me having the card draw engine, but, oh, come on, Magic. Really? If they make it into the cat look... You know what? I usually don't concede early on these games, but this is one of those games where we really needed early game interaction, and we did not get it whatsoever. Usually I don't concede early, but that's going to be an exception because I know that deck. And that deck, if you don't develop an early game board presence right off the bat, you're pretty much in a very, very significant losing position, especially with our deck design. So, we'll play, let's say that's kind of a, oops, magic happens, play one more best of one, and then we'll play another, and then we'll play a best of three. Okay. We're gonna mulligan here. Okay, that's a lot better. We have a turn to play. If they remove it, we can Mass Vandal and the problematic enchantments. We can even play this as a land. Yeah, that's a keep. What do we cut, though? Probably the Frostlinks, because we don't know what our opponent's playing at the moment. Okay, so this could be anything. So we're going to play the Glade Walker. Selesnya. Okay, if they're attacking, I might let the damage through because that smells like a combat trick. Okay, decide not to do the combat trick. Fair enough. I think I'm going to just play another Guardian Glade Walker here. Not attack in. Mostly just because we can play the Bear's Lit Jar, make another Shapeshifter token, make all of them 4/4s. Which is good. Okay, so they're playing like an Absen deck, it looks like. So in that case, we're going to get the Bears out now. We're going to get the Plains out of this. I still feel like they have a combat trick, so we're not going to attack in just yet. Now, there's a chance that this might just be, if they're playing Absen, this might just get Mythos of Nephoi. Or maybe they're running, like, Artifact Hate of some sort, or Enchantment Hate of some sort. So yeah, we make all these 4/4s. Yeah, I think we just attack in and see their combat trick. We're not going to build more of the board because it smells like a board wipe. Or not. For the record, I feel really bad for the bird. And now we just swing in. Okay, we haven't really seen any of the cat shenanigans, but Shapeshifter Tribal can still do some shenanigans, so... Anyway, that's a example of showing in best of one. Let's actually show this off in best of three, so let's do that. A bada beep, a bada boop. Okay, yeah, that is a keep, especially since we're going first. So we're going to play the World Tree first. We're going to see what our opponent plays here. If they turn one Duresses, we're in a pickle, but, well, we'll see. That looks like that's not going to be the case, though. So I'm going to play this, hold up the Essence Scatter, see what they have next on their sleeve. Let's see. I'm just going to hold out one more turn before we play the Bears of the Jar. So, they're like a Triumph deck? Okay, I don't know what this deck is, but I am intrigued. Nevertheless, we're still going to hold up the Essence Scatter. So it's like a 4-color control deck? Yeah, they're like playing all the Triumphs, so... Yeah, no. Okay, here... I think the best play is... Honestly? Just swing in. Play this. Mostly I'm just playing this to fish out any removal they might have. Little preemptive, but that was the purpose, so... So what we're going to do here is create the land again, swing in for 4. Then we have enough mana to play the Bears. And see if they have another trick up their sleeve. Nope. We'll make that into a 4/4. We're going to play Aleph Orvar. We're just going to bite Valky, which then creates another copy of the Shapeshifter token. It'll be interesting to see if it's a 4/4 copy or if a 2/2 copy. Okay, it's a 2/2 copy. I thought it was going to be that was going to be the case, but I was curious. Anyway, we're going to play that. I'm just going to put this on the island portion, just in case. Now, all we need is just one of our Cat Lords or Eska's Chariot. Okay, our opponent cultivates. They are getting some planes. Yeah, something tells me this is like a 4-color Ultimatum deck where they have both the Sultia Ultimatum as well as the Mardu Ultimatum. That's the vibe I'm getting here. That's... Well, submit 0. And, well, go to the next game. Okay, so they're like a control deck of sorts, so we're definitely throwing in the negates. I think we could cut at least down a few of the Essence Scatter. A few of the Primal Knights. Throw in Coma, since it's going to be a control matchup. As well as Toski, since Indestructible Squirrel. I might throw in one Kasima as a test here. With that, we'll cut down one of the Gladewalkers, one of the Mythos. I think Reflections is a little too slow against this matchup. Great Hinge can be cut out since we have both Toski as our card draw engine at the moment. We could probably then throw in Mythos again, actually. Yeah, I think I like that. Anything else? Heroic Intervention is actually probably a pretty good idea. We might take out the Kasima since we have Toski yet again as our card draw engine. We can definitely cut out the Chain Red Arachneers because we don't see any flyers. So, with that, I think then I'll just throw in one, cut down the Frostlink since I don't think they have any creatures other than the one that we've seen. So that. Besides that, we can throw in one more Primal Might and, well, give it a shot. Now, the reason why I didn't put the Hexproof in this side, in the main from the side, is because I feel like this is a deck that's running a lot of board wipes and not targeted removal. I could be wrong, and maybe they sideboarded in the targeted removal, so maybe I should have put in the Hexproof stuff. But I feel like a hunch here that they're mostly just a board wipe deck. Board wipe, and then just either go to one of the ultimatums, or just get Tybalt, essentially. Or another late game bomb they probably have within their deck design. At least that's the hunch that I'm getting from the opponent. This is a no-keep. Yeah, that's definitely a no-keep. That's better. We can throw one Toski, throw one Orvar, and just hope our opponent doesn't have a turn 2 Valky. Or hope we draw into one of our Essence Scatters. Well, we're about to find out. Dream Devour. Okay. That's interesting. So yeah, this is definitely like a Mardu deck of sorts. Yeah, as suspected, they foreshadowed, makes sense, or not foreshadowed, foretell. So I think the sneaky play here is get this out, try to fish out removal. If our opponent doesn't have any and we draw into a land, we might just Feline Sovereign fight. But I'm having a hunch here that our opponent has something. No, they're just into the foretell like the navy to blue. We'll take the 4 for now. Yeah, I feel like we have to do this now. Just so they can't foretell any more spells, though they foretelled a pretty good portion. Let's see what they got here. It'll be interesting to see what our opponent decides to remove here. I'm guessing our opponent has removal because we could just fight that next turn. We can just... Or maybe they have like a... Nope. Okay. Well, I think we get Toski out. Okay, that's the cutest little noise for the squirrel ever. That's so cute. That is so cute. That makes me happy. Okay, Binding. Probably destroying the 4/4? Yep, makes sense. Okay, so I think I'm going to play the Guardian Great Walker here. Put a counter on this. Swing in. least we got another bears if we need to. But what I might just... Well, actually, it depends. If they play another... Depends on what they play here. Ooh, Search for Glory. Great card. I'm grateful that people are playing that now. But what are they searching for? Planes. Okay. That tells me like an ultimatum, potentially. I think here we just attack in first. Draw a few cards, then we can determine our play. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do this. Go get a plains, go get an island. That way we can play this. And just see what our opponent does. I smell Tibble. Well, that's close enough. Oh boy. Okay, so they decide not to attack in. Fascinating. Okay, if that's the case, then 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Draw some more cards. Discard Toski. And, well, play one of our cats. And at least we got a cat out of it. Okay, that was a pretty good game. There we go. Then we'll do one more best of one to finish, and then we're going to do a wrap-up. So, I always like to get one best of 2 game in, just a best of 3, essentially, just to show off the deck, so, in the best of 3 matchup. So, one more in the best of 1, and we're going to do a wrap-up. About a beep, about a boop. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, that's a keep. We would hopefully draw into an island. Hopefully, but we'll see. Play the spider out just to get it out. Then we might play the Gradle Locker to make this a 2-3, which will make it a pretty good blocker, potentially. Though the fact our opponent's playing... They're probably playing Finn Deathtouch, is my guess. Yeah, Deathtouch, Deathtouch, Deathtouch. I feel like this is Finn Deathtouch. We're not going to attack in. If we could draw into an island, I would actually like that. That way we can have Essence Scatter hold up. Okay, so that might be a Poison the Cup or a Fight for Skimfar. Oh, nice. Okay, perfect. Okay. We're going to hold for now, essentially, and wait to Essence Scatter their next big creature, or they might just do a fight spell here. I want to see what they do first. Yeah, no. Yet again, we'll get this as a plains. I think yet again we gotta hold up, because if they're like a creature-oriented deck, like what it feels like, we might need to counter the next Deathtouch thing. Like clockwork. Okay, next I'm gonna create the... Well, actually, first we're gonna do this. Just so that we can get one more island. And we can just get the plains out, because why not? Mm-hmm. So that one coming a mile away. Okay. Yeah. Mostly giving our opponent a choice here. Do they want to, if they have another ram through in there, do they want to hit the Shapeshifters to prevent them becoming 4/4s, or do they want to hit the Cat Lord? That's pretty much the choice I'm giving our opponent here. Then we can just Inscription of Abundance, fight one of the Deathtouchers. Let's see what they do here, though. Yep, there's another ram for you, as predicted. Okay, that's a little stinky. But not the end of the world. Yeah, we're gonna do this. And honestly, just get this out of the way. Whew. Yeah, we'll take the 2. Very nice. There's Egon. Makes sense. This time I'm going to block with Shapeshifter here. Perfect. Perfect. More Cat Lords. We'll see what they play here. Really? Okay. They have 11 cards in their graveyard. Yeah, I think we've got a double block here. And just hope we draw into something. Well, 1, 2. That was a top deck from our opponent. Oh, boy. Okay, yeah, we got a block there. If we don't draw a creature, we're pretty much dead. Yeah, good game, opponent. Oi. Yeah, that one was mostly just... That is one weakness to this deck if you go against, like, that Deathtouch deck. Very significant weakness to the deck, especially since we're trying to keep our creatures alive, and... Well, they have a lot of Deathtouch creatures, so we can't really have efficient trades with our fights and such. So, that was kind of one of the weaknesses of the decks, which actually was a great matchup to have. So, nevertheless, this is Shapeshifter Cats. Can it be tweaked a little bit more? I definitely think so. I think it definitely can go either into the Shapeshifter path, or either just go into more of the kind of like Cat Tribal path. One variation I do want to test is like a Sultia Ultimatum Cat Tribal, because I feel like that would be kind of fun to try, essentially. Nevertheless, though, that is the deck. I hope you enjoy it, whether you are going to have the Shapeshifter or the Cat Shenanigans. I hope it is one that will have a fun engine that will purr. Nevertheless, hope you all have a wonderful night. This is LevDev, signing out. Bada beep, bada boop.